Hello, hello, hello. It's really good to meet you. My name is Star Bloom, and I'm just here to tell you about an exciting new job offer. I just wanted to maybe ask you a few questions to see if you fit what our company is looking for, and see if you had any questions for me. So, let me get my notebook. I have my notebook right here where I'm gonna write your answers, okay? So, what's your name? Okay. That doesn't look like your true name. Your name that the spirits gave you, the name that the nature wants you to have. So, I'm gonna give you a new name, which we can refer to you by, okay? Because this name, it might be your given name, but it's not your true name, okay? So, I'll produce a new name for you. Rose Drop. How about that? I feel like that name really aligns with you and your conscious and your being of self. So, okay. Where are you from? And do you have any spiritual, religious beliefs? Okay. Right, okay. And how attached to these beliefs are you? Would you be willing to adopt some new beliefs, some better beliefs? Yeah, you're open to that? Cool. Radical. Okay. So, do you have any friends and family that are very strong in their beliefs? Not really? Okay. So no one would really notice if your behavior started to change or you adopted these new thoughts and ideas and feelings. That would be okay with your friends and family. They wouldn't really question anything. Good. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. So, I just wanted to get a look at you, okay? I just wanted to get a look at you. Not your skin or your body or anything like that. No, I want to look at your soul, okay? Just stay there. I'm just examining your soul and the aura that surrounds you. Yeah, okay. I'm sensing a lot of openness, which is good, and a lot of willingness to adapt, which is what we need. Okay. Next, I'm just gonna shine this light on you and see how it reflects off your soul fragments, okay? So just stay still. Stay still. Okay. I'm just looking at your soul fragments. Yeah. They're looking good. They're looking positive. You always want to have positive soul fragments. It's very important to our institution. So, Let's think. What else do I need to know before you're initiated? Do you have a favorite crystal? Anything that calls to you? A favorite stone, rock, favorite kind of mineral? Okay. Why is that your favorite? Okay. I don't think it is your favorite. I'll be honest with you. It doesn't align with what I'm seeing of you and your true wholeness. So maybe you just haven't found your real favorite crystal yet. But it's don't worry. You don't have to find it. It finds you. So once you're in our organization, that'll definitely be something that we can figure out for you, okay? Brilliant. Okay. Do you believe in corporations or capitalism, or do you believe that everyone should live harmoniously and equally with absolutely no rise in status except for the one true leader? The second one, that's a brilliant answer. Okay. So, do you have any contractual obligations to where you currently live? You live with your parents? Okay. And how soon could you move out and move into our company housing? Pretty soon? Okay. I'm just checking. This doesn't mean that you've got the position. It just means we're considering, okay? Right now you're looking like a really good candidate. Where did you find this application for our group? Okay. On the bathroom stall of a festival. Cool. Yeah, we have a big hit with those. Okay. And do you love animals? Do you think they deserve to be treated as equal as humans? Okay. Except for the sacrificial ones, of course. Yeah, of course. Obviously. So our group believes a lot in the unity of Mother Nature and just really uniting everyone with the spirits, with the ancestors, and Joba. So Joba is the one true leader. Joba is where everything comes from, the source of creation. It's different to God, because Joba is not all equal. Joba is above us, and we will do whatever we can to appease him. I guess you could kind of say it's like a religion, but it's more of an organization. It's more of a, this free housing, this free food. The only thing is you won't really be able to contact anyone from the outside world outside of visiting hours, where you can arrange a meeting within our grounds, of course, or you could have a supervised voice call or a video call, as long as it's supervised. But this isn't about controlling you. We would never control anybody. It's just about keeping people in line. But it's not about control. You're not controlled. You're completely free in our organization. You have everything is your own decision. You can leave whenever you want. You just sort of have to adhere to our rules. Everything has rules, of course, just some are better than others, and our rules are scientifically kind of the better rules. And I think you can feel that already. Can you feel it? When I talk to you, you can feel that I'm speaking the one truth. I knew you would be willing and open to the truth. Okay, a couple more questions. Just sort of about living spaces. Would you be okay living in the same room as 5 other people in bunk beds for indefinitely? Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it's flexible. Certain people can have their own bunks, privacy if they wish, but we just think it's better to just erase all of that. Secrecy is never good, and you should be open and communal. As of right now, we don't have anyone who lives on their own in bunks. We do have an entire mansion that none of us go in because it's dedicated to Joba, but the rest of us live in these little cabins. They're really quaint, they're really cute. I think you'd love them. It really humbles us, it really keeps us down to earth, because we can't concern ourselves with materialism and hoarding things and physical objects. We need to be spiritually in the moment, and we need to share and be completely open with everyone and everything. Which is why some of the living quarters do include animals such as bats, rats, and crows. We didn't put them there, but we're making no real effort to remove them, because if they found their way there, it's their true calling to be there. We would never interfere with nature like that. So you may have rats living in your living quarters, but they're usually easily scared off. Or if you want to share some of your food with them, we have absolutely no complaints against that. And along with the food, we are completely vegan, completely vegetable based, no dairy, no meat, no fish. Everything is grown in our organization, and it's really healthy for you. Really healthy. Yeah. We do have pastures where we raise animals, but it's not to take from them. It's to be with them, to love them equally as we love each other. Okay. How willing would you be to raise a baby in this communal living space if one of you or any of the other people that you live with were to have a baby? We're very, very certain on it takes a village. I think that baby belongs to all of us, and it is all of our responsibility to raise the baby. Such as all the women will be breastfeeding, and all the men will be equally raising the child and eagerly paying for the child, because it is our child, not any singular one child. Okay, you're willing to do that. Okay, but it doesn't look like you're gonna have any kids anytime soon. That's fine. With our organization, it is important to have people who aren't interested in having any children, so they can help raise the other children, of course. It makes it a lot easier. Okay, I'm just jotting down a few things here. How would you feel about straw pillows? Because we don't consume things like wool or anything taken from an animal. Straw is what we use for most of our furniture. Very humble, very down to earth, very cheap, very cost effective, and of course animal friendly. That is our main goal, our main priority. Okay. And I would like to just tell you, there is a there is an initiation ritual where you will be asked to provide your hair and blood, but it's nothing crazy, it's nothing sinister. We just add it to the pot of everyone else's hair and blood to really symbolize that we are unified, that we are one, you know? Okay. Yeah, you will be asked to provide those, as well as your fingerprints and a DNA sample, just so we know, just so we have it. Really, it's better to have than not to have. Don't you agree? It's always better to have. Okay. Yeah. Are you in any kind of relationship? No. Would you be open to us putting you in a relationship? Do you have any preferences? You do. Okay, we're gonna need you to be open-minded. If we put you with a man or a woman or a non-binary person or a gender-fluid person, you're gonna have to be okay with that no matter what the preference is, because spirituality and the soul has no gender and has no sex. So, you know, if your soulmate, which we can tell who your soulmate is, and we can pair you up with them, and your soulmate is bound to be in our group because if you have found your way here, and so is your soulmate. So we can set you up with your soulmate, and even if they don't feel like your soulmate at first, that's just because you're not used to it yet. You haven't experienced true love, and trust us, we know what true love is. Only we can make you love. I mean, you could never find it on your own, because your soulmate is with us, obviously. Okay. Cool, it seems you're pretty open to that. Okay. We all wear the same clothes. You know, we do have a bunch of different outfits, but we all own the same outfits and are required to wear those outfits on each day of the week. This is not an outfit that you can wear there. We usually wear robes. This is just so I sort of blend in with the common man, someone who hasn't reached our intellectual spirituality yet, okay? But we usually wear different robes. There are 7 different robes for each day of the week, 7 different colors, and it will symbolize what we will be doing on those days, because we have a pretty strict schedule to keep us all grounded and mindful and working, because it's very important to work. You should be working every day, okay? Joba doesn't rest, so you really shouldn't be resting. Okay. You'll have of course, allocated 5 hours sleep each night. It's more than enough. We're really generous. And you will have 3 meals a day to keep you very healthy, all consisting of soil foods and nuts, you know, berries, you know, things that we can forage and gather ourselves, which we will be doing 2 of the 7 days. We're thinking about moving around the schedule a little bit, just to change things up, so I won't give you a full schedule right now, but you will be provided with one in entry if you get in. We do have one more final test, but before we do the test, I was just gonna ask if there's anything you would like to ask me. Is there anything you'd want to know? Yeah, okay, well, no, I am a recruiter. We all do have different roles, but none of the roles are any more important than any of the other roles. So your role could be something like a cleaner or a cook or a forager. I am a recruiter, which means I go out into the horrible, dark, scary public, and I find souls, which I think align with our organization and our group. What's that? Okay, no. We don't like that word around here. This is not a cult. Okay. Not a cult. We don't believe they exist. I think that is media propaganda. Okay, cults are not real, obviously. This is an organization. It's a group. It's a family. We're a family, but we are not a cult. Cults do bad things, and they're not even real. We do good things, okay? Like we sacrifice to Joba. That is the best thing I could think of anyone doing. A cult wouldn't do that. Okay. I am noting that down, that you did just say that. Because a lot of our people in our organization, we don't really believe in cults. You understand, it's just a silly kind of non-real thing that we believe the public has been forced to believe in by the media. Yeah. Like the sun. That's not real either. And you're gonna have to adapt to our beliefs. But it's okay. You're just curious, and you know, of course you've spent your whole life believing certain things that you've been taught through the higher ups, okay? But we can definitely unlearn a lot of that for you. Definitely, we can teach you the truth, and we can filter out the lies, okay? Like the sun and cults. Okay, so I'm just gonna write a few more things down. So as a part of this job, we think that having individual appearances kind of causes rifts and arguments. So things like really defining characteristics, I mean, if it can't be changed, then fine, we won't, but you will be asked to wear contact lenses like the ones I'm wearing now, and you will have to shave your head like I did, because that is just the initiation ritual, okay? Because things like different hair, it causes jealousy, it causes arguments and envy, and we don't want any of that. No, we would rather everyone look as similar as they can. I mean, really, we would all love to look like Joba, but considering his skin is blue and we are not blue, unfortunately, it wouldn't happen. If we could dye our skins blue, we would have done that with everyone. But we can't. So skin really isn't an important factor at all. But Joba doesn't have any hair, so we are expected to have minimal hair. And Joba has a very dull eye color. So if you have like a really dark brown or really potent blue, then you will be asked to wear contact lenses. If your eyes are naturally dull like mine are, you would be fine, although I am wearing contact lenses right now because my eyes were actually so dull that they were grey, which is not a common thing, and you need to really connect with everyone else. So I had to change my grey eyes in case anyone was jealous, because I really would never want to cause that on a kind of another human being. Okay, so we will order you contact lenses, your 7 robes. We'll put you in your cabin with your 5 other family members in the cabin, one of which probably, I think we're gonna put you with the pregnant woman so you can help, of course. We will shave your head as part of the initiation ritual, but we usually make a big party, a big dance, a big gathering about those things. So You're not expected to shave your head right now. It's just when you get there, we'll have like a, think of it as like a baby shower or a housewarming, you know, a head warming. Okay, so the last kind of thing I need to test of you is just whether you react well to our specialty. And our specialty is really important. We drink it all the time. It keeps our third eye open. It keeps us mindful. It keeps us in the moment. We can really see all the realms, all the dimensions, all the everything when we drink this tea. It does have special properties, but it's really healthy. It's earthy. It's root grown. I'm gonna have you try it right now. It doesn't have a color. Try it. Okay. And in about 10 minutes, that should take effect. But as I'm looking right now, I'm seeing having no physical reactions, which is good. You're not allergic to anything like mushrooms or any other kind of additive we put in there. And your pupils have dilated. That's good. Pupils dilating means it opens your eyes further and you can actually see more than the average person. They don't teach you that in school, but that is exactly what happens. Okay. And we believe in recreational drug use and alcohol use when it is for the greater good, such as communicating with Joba or really being connected with our family here at the organization. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you look like you're about to fall asleep, which is good. That's what usually happens with the tea. If you'd have thrown up, it wouldn't have been a good fit, and you couldn't have really joined, because the tea is kind of a gateway, and if you can't enter the gateway, then you really have no place here. But you seem to be taking it just fine. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna send you into the other room. You can have a nap. We might take some measurements while you're sleeping. Might have a little look through your things just to make sure that everything you currently have aligns with what we believe and what we strive for. And while you're asleep, we'll go ahead and set everything up for you. We'll send a message to your friends and family telling them what's happening, the ins and outs. Not everything, because some things have to be a secret. But I'll tell them you got a new job, a live-in job, a very, very time-taking job, and you will be seeing them a lot less. So don't worry about that. You just go in over there and you go and have a little nap, and really enjoy this complete deep rest, because I don't think you'll ever have it again, because we are a really hardworking, awake group, and even when you're sleeping, you're expected to sort of be praying and meditating to Joba, just to try and communicate with him, and even in your thoughts when you sleep. And we do measure brainwave activity through an EEG, so when you're sleeping, if you're not trying to communicate with Joba, we will see it through the technology. So go and have your last ever, careless free nap, and yeah, I'll see you when you wake up.